Yo, what up, everybody, man? Thanks for tapping in. We still live out here in Ogden, Utah, man. This is our last night right here, so we're gonna do a little big, an extravagant podcast, let's say, man. Today we got the homie Abe right here. Abe, from BeeHive Worldwide Distributors and shit,
Yes,
right? Or
sir.
Distro?
Distro.
A little short, right? For distributors and
Yes,
shit?
sir.
And you do a tattoo supply distribution, right?
Yes.
For starters and shit.
Yes.
We'll get
Among other things, yes.
Yeah. That we'll get into that right now and shit. But why don't you tell us a little bit about? Oh, that's your boy right here. Want to introduce your boy and
my
shit?
boy Ace, one of five of my children. He's the youngest. He's the only one that really rolls with me. That's why he's here.
Yeah.
The other ones, they.
You look
they're
like he's more
outgrown.
like a bodyguard, dude. Like serious face and everything and
Yeah,
shit.
man,
You know.
he's a shooter.
He's a shooter, huh?
He's a shooter.
His
Yes,
shirt
sir.
says, "I can't wait for my first tattoo and shit." You know.
Yep, gotta keep it. Gotta keep it industry like.
Yeah.
You know, that's gotta keep it fresh all the time. man.
Nah, for real. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, bro? Like how, basically, like how, where'd you grow up, bro? You know?
All right, man. So I was shit. Hey.
Yeah, hometown, right?
We just
Hometown,
found that out.
man.
We found So I'm,
Yeah.
born and raised in Inglewood, California. Or technically born in Torrance, raised in Inglewood.
Oh, Harbor UCLA too?
Yeah,
me too, bro.
Hey,
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
We just become best friends.
Yeah,
bro.
I know, right? And that's crazy. We all the way over here in Utah, and we run into somebody. We like neighbors, basically, man. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah. The
Small
only
world.
fact that our high schools didn't get along.
Yeah, no, right? Definitely.
No, man, but yeah, it was a beautiful thing, getting to know you, talking to you, and I was man, like the vibes are just there,
Definitely.
And it feels good when you see somebody that comes like. We all come from different rough backgrounds or whatever. But when you see somebody from the places that you can say what corner.
Definitely,
you
right?
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
everybody knows somebody got shot on that rally.
Yeah, exactly.
On Century
Yeah.
and Inglewood Ave.
Yeah. You know about how it was home base right there before Costco and all that stuff,
Yes,
you know?
yes, yeah, man.
that's a
But
trip,
anyway,
man.
so I was born and raised out there. Then I moved out to Ogden for high school. Got in trouble, moved around. This time I've been back about 15 years. So this is where I'm planning roots. My children, they're all been born here. And
So you moved out here and kind of started a life. So you moved out here as a teenager?
as a teenager.
With
and
your
then-
fams and stuff?
Yeah, and then my teenager with my mom, because, I started hanging out.
Yeah.
I started hanging out and...
So they did the right thing.
You
and
know what
shit,
that
right?
means?
Yeah,
I started hanging
man.
out.
Yeah.
My mom made that decision in back in the '90s to get me out of there. Hated it. Now that I'm older, grateful. If you want a different kind of life and you want your dollar to stretch a little more, you may want to think. And if you don't have that financial stability or have that a career,
Definitely.
I feel that you can't. You can make it, man, working at the dollar store.
Yeah, it seems
You're
like,
not,
bro.
you know what I mean? Like
I mean,
you
just the food alone, bro. Like I haven't seen a plate over $12.95 out here and shit. You know, I mean, I think today we had like a big burger and fries from like the Big Ben place, and it was like $10.95 and shit. I'm like, man, this will be like $17-25 bucks.
Yeah,
out
man,
there,
I get
bro,
that.
you know?
I get that all the time, and
yeah.
that's the part that kind of sucks sometimes about traveling so much, like I do, that I get used to these prices. I mean, when back home when gas is $5, we're paying $2.90.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
It's got its ups and downs. I mean, it's
definitely.
a bit boring. If you love nature, though, this is the place to be.
Yeah, I know, man. We went into the mountain today, and I took some flicks. I'm gonna share them later on Instagram and all. I did post some videos, but man, it's beautiful out there, and like, man, the view and everything, how calm it is and stuff.
Yeah,
the
man.
air is cleaner and shit too. Man,
And thinner too, bro. Don't pass out. Don't pass.
Yeah, even higher elevation out here, you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
man. That's a lot of the elevation makes a big difference. But like the snow, man, this is the best snow on earth because the Great Salt Lake makes its own weather system.
Oh, okay,
So
man.
that's
Oh,
why
I didn't
we
know
got-
that. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So it's different, man. It's different, definitely different. But I like the city of Ogden that we live in. It's a cool place. I mean, compared
Small
to,
town too, and shit. You know.
that's what I was gonna say. Compared to where we,
Yeah.
excuse me, where we come from, this is that place where up to maybe 10 years ago you could still leave your doors unlocked and all that kind of stuff.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, it's
that's
different,
dope.
definitely different.
And then so like you moved out here. You started going through high school and all that. At this stage, are you already like kind of working in some tattoo business?
Nah, bro. So no, man. I was so I came out here running the streets thinking with a little bit of game that I had from back home that wasn't really known out here.
And right here, based on what you had, you were turned up already. And
yeah,
shit, right? You know?
bro. Yeah. But I've always been a peaceful type of guy. Like I never really got into banging. Family did. I didn't. I just like to be cool. Ever since high school, man, I just kind of be cool with everybody. Hung out with different nationalities, different people. You know, what was a culture shock to me was being around so many Caucasian people at first.
Oh yeah,
because
sure.
you know back home, what the police are the only white people I ran around seeing was police, teachers, and librarians.
That's true, right? Yeah.
We don't like the police. We don't go to school.
Yeah.
Definitely don't hang out at the library. But anyway, that was a culture shock, and it was something that was beautiful. You know, they got they're known out here for the Mormon religion. Yeah. Without getting too much into that, I mean, it's not always a bad thing. You know, I learned family values that, I mean, our culture already has a lot of good family values.
Sure, yeah.
This state, that's the thing, man. You're always this is a family orientated state.
All right, yeah.
And
because it's a little bit more slow paced too, right? So you spend a lot of family time basically, right? Because there's less distractions and stuff, right?
Yeah, man. And this is a great place to raise kids. You don't got to worry too much about, you don't got to worry too much about where you're at. So I want to say that lightly. I'm not saying,
sure. It has its little areas and shit.
You know
right?
what I mean? Yeah. But overall, generally, it's a safe place.
Oh, that's dope, man.
You're not catching stray bullets on a regular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's cool, man.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. So you moved out here, you stayed here, and then that's kind of like became home and shit.
Yeah, and I moved back and forth. I've lived in like maybe 3 other states for long periods of time. But for some reason, and people that live here, they'll see it's just you always come back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. So I've been back, like I said, about 15 years. After that, I just was working kind of just dead end jobs, man. Like not really, not putting
no career,
no nothing, man. Just I've always been a hustler in one way or another. Without putting, legit and maybe not so legit, but I've always been
frowned upon and hustling.
Yeah, man. But I've always been a grinder. I'm not shy. I'll go for what I want. So just from then till maybe about 10 years ago, I bought my first house. I was working at warehouse jobs out here in Utah. Warehousing, manufacturing, it's really big.
Oh, okay.
It's really big out here, so it's kind of easy to get a job in that.
All right.
Didn't really have too much of formal education. I always tell myself, I went to the school of hard knocks. How we did.
It pays off sometimes too, bro. If you can learn how to coexist in the business world with that mentality, bro, you crush it, man.
Hey, some of the most rough... The real cutthroats are in the legit business, bro.
Right? Yeah, for real.
But luckily, that's that growing up around that mentality and having to survive at a young age the way we did, it helped me prepare myself.
Yeah, that's one thing that I notice about me. Like I feel like I've seen it bad. That the bad now is never as bad as it could be. You get me? So I'm always like, oh, that food tripping? Oh, yeah, it don't matter. That's my boss and shit. You get me?
You know what, right? Man? It's funny that you say that because I got a lot of older guys that I look up to and that the world could be falling apart. And I'd be like, dude, I want some of that. Well, what is it that you do to control yourself when everything is falling apart? And these guys have been in real life or death situations. So they're like, hey, man, ain't nothing, it could be a lot worse. So
I could be in jail right now or dead. You get me? So, hey, my boss is yelling at me. Man, I got it made,
Yeah, man. So yeah, man, I bought a house. And then I started listening. I worked in warehouses. If you work in a warehouse, you know that there's always a headphone in everybody's ear. I'd always listen to the same stuff, man. Snoop, Dre, all our classics. But it's never really, now at this point, it's not teaching me anything.
Oh, okay.
So what happened was I ran into a buddy that I apparently went to high school with, asking him what he's listening to, and he said some motivational stuff. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I walked away like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like
that shit sound boring and shit, right?
That
Yeah.
ghetto mentality. Yeah, like, dude, you're already cool. What are you? So I started listening to it, and I kind of the bug bit me, man. Like I started getting motivated just about doing better for myself and life. And then one book. Also, for example, I learned that the average American doesn't read one nonfiction book a year, or at least one.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah,
like, wait a minute, man, on some ghetto shit, I ain't never read a book in my life.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Since then, I've read over 50 books.
Oh, all right, man. Yeah, yeah.
Cheat code.
Like when,
little
yeah, of course. And
I
when,
listen to them.
yeah, yeah. But once you find out like certain things, it makes you think, right? That's why knowledge, they say, is power, right?
As
Because
corny
you
as
hear
it
something
sounds.
and you're like, damn, like I want to be different and shit, right? Like, you know?
Nah, man, exactly, dude. That's exactly what it was, man. It just sounded hella corny, hella like, I don't like they've been telling us since we were kids. Knowledge is power.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Knowledge is power. The more you know, and yeah, man. Like actually now, that's what the superpower is knowing. Like
Definitely.
you know, think about how many times don't you get junk emails? And you're like, dude, I didn't apply because somebody gave them your information because one day you said I like cheeseburgers or something.
Whatever it is and shit.
Man.
And they selling it and sharing it and stuff like that, dude, you know?
Yes, sir.
And yeah, that's a trip. So then you're like into this motivational thing, and then what are you thinking in life, bro, you know?
Bro.
Because you're still young, right? You're like a young adult.
Yeah, man. But young. And it actually just told me one book I read, it said, you don't have to go get a real big mentor. Just look around in your own family, in your own group, and find a mentor. So ahí se me prendió el foco where I have a family member in my family who's well known in the art community, in the tattoo community, who's got his own clothing brand, his own ink, a lot of books published. You know, he's been all over the world. So I reached out to him for advice and for help. But prior to this, I'd been, I call it the University of YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, all the
it's
books
easy to learn anything now and shit.
All the books I read, man. Hey, I guess it's TikTok now. I'm old, bro. I'm old, so I guess it's TikTok
I
now.
still use YouTube too, man, you know?
But, yeah, man. So, I actually, at first I was looking into, trading or just some form of investment with stocks. A lady who I admire so much, she was my boss at the time, and she's like, hey, that's cool if you do that, Abe, but take this in consideration. They're not making any more land. So this lady at this time, she's in her 40s. She's been buying homes since she was 18, bringing it back to the whole Utah thing outside of LA. Bro, my buddy bought his house in the 1980s. His father bought the house in the 1980s for $100,000. That was in the 80s. I could just imagine what that property is worth now. But anyway, here you were still maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you were still able to find houses for 50,000, 60,000.
All right. Yeah.
When she was buying them, they were 20,000.
Man.
So anyway, what I'm getting at is she told me, hey, that phone you're using, that everything around us is going to be obsolete soon, within a year or two.
Like technology, all that stuff, I mean? Right? Yeah.
But the land, they're not making anymore.
Yeah, I never heard of that, dude. And then what's a trip is that when you look around in every state, and you travel to a lot of states, right? You see construction of homes and apartment complexes everywhere right now, right?
Yeah.
Like Arizona's doing it. Even here in Utah, they're building a shitload of homes, a lot of stuff, you know? So that makes sense, right? Because eventually all the land's going to be used up. Right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. And so I actually, for a few years, man, I learned how to buy, trade. I mean, man, I know hustles that with no money down, if you got the drive, you can be middleman a situation. Middleman a situation, get your cut out of it, bam, you get money, you start investing. So I've always had that. I'm talking about even between me being a kid and that, I used to go to I used to go to Walmart.
Yeah.
And negotiate. You would never think you could do this, man.
Yeah.
I'd go to Walmart. I invested in myself. I negotiate with the manager that, hey man, what if I buy this whole end cap of thermostat? I mean, not thermostat, excuse me, like thermos for drinking, for like construction
like
workers.
coffee, chocolate and all that.
No. Water jugs, more for like sports,
okay.
like the 1 gallon igloo.
Oh, okay,
Igloo
yeah.
thing. So, man, I remember I got them for like, I talked them down from $7 to like maybe $3-4 a piece. But dude, I had like 60, 80 of them.
Yeah.
By my house, there's an indoor soccer field. I stood out there, man. You know, swallow my pride. It's not the coolest thing to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when you got these badass soccer moms walking by. I'm here looking all chuntaro trying to sell, you know. But hey, man.
Cups.
Hey, you know what? By this time, dog, I'm not really embarrassed. I've been told no so many times. I'm a people person. But what I was getting at, I was getting them on pennies on the dollar, still selling it for 10 cents on the dollar. When, you know, those things were going for 15, I think I was selling them for like 8. I got them for really low. So I was still doubling my money. Thinking small. Did that for a couple of years. Was grinding. I had my whole garage, no cars in it, just
merch and shit.
Just merch. I buy it in the off season, sell it in the on season. Like I said, it was a cool little hustle. Like it was a rush at a time, you know, finding these good deals, you know.
And you kind of learn, and then what sells, what doesn't, kind of thing.
And man. Even at the time, you know, I had got the girl I was dating at the time. Like it got to the point where she got into it, so that was kind of cool. We wouldn't go on date nights. We go like hit up like 6 different Walmarts. And, you know, and know exactly where to go. So, from there,
just to start. I know a homie that would do that, but with board games.
Yeah, man.
Like board games, I guess, go out of stock, and he would go and buy them all out, and then like sell them for double the price because they would be out of stock.
The limited edition.
Collections and stuff, right?
I mean, I just seen a thing on social media. I think Tim Burton did a thing with Happy Meals.
Oh man,
you get to collect. Anyway, man, look, you don't need a lot of money to grind. You just gotta have that, like, you know,
the
what
motivation
I mean?
and
like,
shit.
I'm sure you didn't start with all these fancy things.
Nah, we started with our iPhone, bro.
See what I'm saying?
Pre-recorded and shit, you know.
See what I mean? No,
and then we hopped on YouTube and wanted to go live. How do you go live? Shit, let's learn how to go live and shit, you know. Then we had these lights. Now we use these lights as portable lights, but we have bigger lights at the studio now and shit, you know.
Oh man, you
little by little, man, you know.
You got a whole production, dog, and that's but like you said, but like I said. You had that will, right? You wanted to grind. You're not gonna let that. All the books I've read, man, it tells you, execute at 80%. Most of us want things to be perfect before we start.
It
doesn't have to be, man. Just get 80% and start your shit, and everything else will fall in place.
I had a mentor once tell me too, like, oh, you have an idea and shit, right? But he like ideas stay ideas and shit. But then it's execution that matters and shit, you know. And then he was like, so how are you gonna execute it, right? You know, and then that's the part that matters and shit, you know. And I was like, oh man, you know, like
have that plan.
Because you have a plan and shit, you know. And then so you're grinding on these things and shit. How did you like kind of start picking up doing
the tattoo
stuff, bro?
All right, man. So fast forward. So like I said, I listened to that podcast, or not podcast, that book, and it tells you to look around. So I call the family member up, and he's like, hey, you know, clearly he's seen something in me that maybe I didn't even see in myself. And he told me to pull up. To LA. So, man, me and my son take a road trip, and I invest a few $1,000s into the ink. And, hey, dog, I just told you.
Like tattooing?
Yeah, so, man, like I just told you, bro, I was doing University of YouTube to real estate and this and that. So I am not prepared for this. And I asked him, like, dude, can you help me out? He's like, well, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Like, you're going to come up with your own way. So I was like, oh, shit. Like, he just threw me in the water without even knowing how to swim. He gave you the idea. Right? Yeah, man. So with that said, man, I hit up, I went shop to shop with a backpack full of the ink. And that's how I started my career. And I started with a backpack. I drove from LA, you know, the whole Baker, all that, man, all that good stuff. Vegas,
You would just kind of
St.
like
George.
Google tattoo shops and
Yeah,
shit?
man. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, bro.
And make a map and be like, boom,
That's
I'm gonna
what
roll
we're
out
doing.
here. Yeah.
So then, so I did that. Then did it here in Salt Lake. Did it here in Utah.
This is the first time I see him smile, dude. He's been grumpy face all day, you know?
Hey.
He's smiling
You gotta
now.
stay in character, homie. We can't have that.
He's letting
man.
his guard down and shit, you know?
He's the shooter, man. So I'm hitting up shop to shop, and then the next thing, they're asking me, what else do you carry? What else do you carry? So there's another supply store here in the state, and I realized I did my due diligence. You gotta learn your vocabulary, guys. You gotta, I've polished my my vocabulary. I just want to throw that out there.
No, that's important, dude.
Don't get me wrong. I'm still a hood motherfucker, dog. But there's times where people don't come from where you come from. Yeah. So you and me, dog, we're gonna understand 99.9% of even little slang words.
Yeah, definitely.
You know.
And some people, when you speak a certain way and all that, it sounds aggressive. And some people don't want to do business with you because you scare them and shit.
My what's up can be different than your what's up.
Yeah, for sure. You know?
So yeah, man. So we so at that point we started doing my research, my due diligence, and I realized that my competitor only comes to this city once a week. Mm-hmm. And what if somebody has an emergency? Yeah. So it's at least a 2-hour round trip shopping for you to. So I went from shop to shop. Actually, the tattoo shop that we're in today, man, this is actually one of my first customers that, you know what I mean?
Oh, dope,
that
man.
Really fucked with me, man. So
shout out to Speedy Inc., man.
Yeah,
you
man,
know,
definitely.
They out here doing their thing in Utah, man, you know?
And then coincidentally, I met him when I first was promoting the ink. And then coincidentally, I ran into him in a parking lot when I was opening up my store. Mm-hmm. And he was going to open up his own shop. So that's why I feel in a way that me and Speedy have always been like giving each other ideas and help promote each other and help boost each other up, man, because we both started, at the same time frame. Yeah. And there's a handful of friends that it's the same, that they've helped me. This ain't just
your
me,
businesses complement each other too, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. And it's like definitely it's been a blessing.
Oh, that's dope.
And I love what I do, and I love being part of the community that I'm in. So yeah, man. So I start going shop to shop. I go all the way to Southeast Idaho. I do my research, and I'm like, wow, there's these pockets. Pretty much anybody can be a businessman. You just gotta have that mentality. You gotta see a problem and be able to solve it. And I seen that there was a problem there, that these guys were not able to see, touch, feel certain products because they live so far away from the actual store. So I refinanced my house. And I told you, it took me a long time. It's my kids' house.
Yeah.
I refinanced it, got a HELOC, got a loan. It's a home equity line of credit. You just have to invest in yourself.
Yeah, you have to believe in yourself and shit, right?
I've been broke before, dog. I've been broke, so I'm not scared to go back. And that's, you can't. I'm
that's
not saying
well
don't be reckless,
right there.
but you got to have a little bit of fearlessness, you know.
Yeah, to take some risks, to do something new, right?
Big risk, big reward. Small risk, small reward. And with that said, man, I feel I told you a while ago that I was so proud of hustling with, buying stuff on clearance, but I was making on some items 40 cents.
Yeah.
I got to the point where I'm like, wait a minute. I moved up, and products I was making $40. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, wait a minute. So moved up. So it was small risk, small reward, big risk, big reward. And it doesn't always go that way. If you got a good idea, food. Food is a big secret, man. People look at your local restaurants. If it's good food, that line will stay long, no matter recession. Yeah. COVID, no matter what, man. Like they'll find if you got that good food, man, that's the secret recipe.
That's for sure, man. You'll go get that anytime and shit. You know?
Hey, look back home. Look how many taco stands there are. Yeah. You know what I mean? Look how many donut places they are.
Yeah.
It's food, man. Yeah. If you got that food, but yeah. I mean, let me know, man. Hey, I can talk forever, bro.
Let's keep.
I'm so passionate about what I do, and I'm glad that we got to meet because I'm passionate. I want to be able to help. I I want to be able to help everybody that I can help, because my thing is this: I'm not gonna change the world, but if we all work together and we all do our little part and give each other a hand,
we can make it a little better every step of the way, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of. I've met people from all over the world, and I build relationships and bonds just on the way I live my life and the way that I carry myself.
Oh, that's dope.
And hey, dog, there's times where I'm like, man, I grew up in a 1-bedroom apartment in Inglewood with my mom and my sister, and then my little brother, and then my tia, and now, man, we're enjoying our life and trying to make it better. And honestly, man, the secret is you gotta have a reason why.
Yeah. And then, like, what are some of the struggles you had starting your business, bro?
Ooh, man. Okay, so like I said, for the
just
idea,
talking to the mic a little bit. The voice just sounds crisp.
The idea popped up. Man. It's the two supplies. So like I said, you gotta have a problem. You gotta solve a problem. The problem was these people aren't getting their supplies. My thing is, I only know one ink supplier. So I hit the road with him, and I'm grinding. It went from me just wanting to be around. Hey, bro, you don't even have to pay me. Just let me come. Hey, cool. Thank you. I'll work off tips. I'll work off a little bit. So my first obstacle was I knew what I wanted to do. I just didn't know how I was going to get there.
All right. Mm-hmm.
As in, okay, there's right now I got over 500 SKUs in my store.
Oh, man.
Bro, I started with one.
With just ink, huh?
Yeah. So I realized, and oh man, hey, I didn't look legit enough. I didn't look professional, because I would reach out to people promoting our ink, and they'd be like, "All right, I'm interested. How do I get it?" And being from the hood, homie, now looking back at it, I'm surprised anybody even fucked with me.
Oh man,
I would be like, "Hey, I'm gonna send you my Venmo. You send me the payment, and then I'll send you." No website, no nothing, dog. I didn't know. So then I realized I looked a little ghetto. Let's get a little professional. So I set up my online store. I don't know how to do none of that, bro.
So you have to elevate yourself each step of the way and stuff, right?
Every step of the way, man.
And you build more clientele like that too, right?
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
Word of mouth, relationship building. Like I said, we've been blessed enough to people to want to support us.
All right.
And the reason they support us is because of I try to give customer service like Chick-fil-A. So I pick and choose what I like and don't like from certain companies and business, period. I approach this as a consumer. Not necessarily as a businessman. My theory in life is, one of them is, if you do what you love, the money will come. And the naps.
You all right? You all right?
And the naps, right?
Yeah. He looked at me like, why are you touching me? Yeah, mountain. It's the mountain, right?
So, so you do what you love, the money will come, man. And I didn't pay myself for the first. I'm going on my 5th year, so for the first 4 years, bro, I didn't pay my.
You just kind of reinvested, right?
Me and my kids, man. This is literally a family-owned and operated business.
Oh, that's dope, man. And you call it BeeHive, right?
It's called BeeHive Worldwide Distro, man. So
where's the name BeeHive come from?
BeeHive, it's so my cousin.
Not the Beyonce.
My cousin came up. He helped me.
That's a cheat for the keyword search.
No, man. So Utah is known as the BeeHive state. You know how California is the Golden State. You know, so everything's BeeHive related. Worldwide, baby, because we're
that's the aim, right?
Yes, sir. That's the big.
And right
aim.
now you're nationwide, right?
Nationwide, yeah, man. So started locally.
Yeah.
Started
in Utah.
Just in Ogden.
Oh man.
And moved up. So now we're servicing. Thank you. Now we're servicing. Maybe on a regular basis, we're servicing about 4 or 5 states. We're slowly expanding. Actually, before and after during this, we're working on our 5th expansion already. Have a lot of obstacles. don't be like me, guys, and go in completely naive. Just because you're a good-hearted person doesn't mean everybody's gonna treat you with that. But it's just part of the struggle, man. And don't let the bad things and the bad people discourage you, because remember this: good things happen to bad people, and bad things happen to good people.
Yeah, that's just the way it is.
Just the way it is.
It's like
bro.
the yin and the yang type thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You gonna give advice too?
And I think the best thing is to be able to shake some stuff off and keep pushing, right? When you have your goals,
yeah,
like,
man,
in your mind and stuff.
You know, I've had a lot of obstacles put in my way, and learn from other people's mistakes and have mentors. Dude, 50 Cent's one of my mentors. You don't even know it, bro.
Yeah.
50 Cent. You know, example, something that I can relate to is, you know, when 50 was blowing up, Irv Gotti, rest in peace, and those guys, they were blocking him.
Mm-hmm.
They blocked him so much that it just made him hungrier. And if that wouldn't have happened, he would have never signed with Dr. Dre and Snoop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, excuse me, Dr. Dre and Eminem and those guys. So there's a lot of, you know, I mean, I've read the 50th Law of Power, a lot of things, man. Like, I don't know about you, homie, but I didn't have too many positive role models.
Yeah, not me either,
you know, one of them was one of them. Yeah. One of them big ballers that wore the cowboy hats, and you know, and the other one was a straight businessman, and both these men married into my family, so I was raised in a family full of women and even girl cousins.
Oh man!
So bro. So I have one of them families. So
at least you had a compassionate side for sure. Shit,
yeah,
you know?
Hey, homie, I know how to cook, clean, iron before I know how to do anything else. But yeah, man, even that's helped me. You know, I was.
And who would have known you? I mean, you could build a business off distributing tattoo supplies.
It's a niche.
Right?
You gotta have a niche. Yeah, man.
And then you're expanding into doing some branding clothing. You said yourself, right?
Yeah, man. We wanna promote our stuff, and I've been around a lot of people that are doing that, and it's not necessarily something we want to get into, but I mean, to get into department stores, at least not now. Maybe in 15 years, this interview will pop up when I own one of the biggest.
I know. I'll be like, oh, you heard him in the West Factory, Champion City first, man.
Right?
You
know? No, man. But no, I'm a strong believer on promoting your brand, and I do want to get into the clothing stuff. I do want to get into the clothing stuff eventually. But no, man. The obstacles are always gonna be there. You could either let it stop you or let it fuel you.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much. I mean, even with you, man, I'm pretty sure you've had a few obstacles put in your way.
Yeah, no, definitely. Especially with the clothing brand, it's competitive to start, man. You know, and music in general too is just insanely competitive, right? You know, and but you know, determination and consistency is what pulls us through. Even podcasting, bro, right? Is so competitive. We're like in every competitive
market,
business,
right?
Shit,
yeah,
you know?
man.
So it's challenge after challenge. I mean, look at us though. At least now we get to come out here to Utah and do the state to state thing, bro. You get me? Like,
and you gotta, man. You gotta be different. You gotta
be
do that. Yeah, no, definitely. I'm a strong believer in that.
What's some advice you can give to somebody that's starting a business, bro? Like for the first time, whatever it is, and all that. You know?
Yo, you know what, man? So, first off, you definitely have to have, like I was telling you, gonna tell you earlier, you gotta have a reason why. You want to be successful. You can't just want to be rich just to be rich.
Yeah.
Money's just a tool. Money, that's all it is. It's just a tool, bro. Whatever mental problems my children have, they were gonna have it. The money can help with the therapy, but if they don't want the help, you know what I mean? Money's just a tool. But the advice that I can give for somebody is know what you're doing it for. Set up a plan and do it with a passion, man. Don't do it just to do it, because if you do it with a passion, it's gonna be fun. I don't feel like I work a day in my life, man.
Yeah, that's dope, right?
Don't get me wrong. There's some stressful ass days.
Yeah, especially airports and all that and shit. I would
but
think,
overall,
man, you know?
man, being able to meet cool people like yourself, being able to meet world famous tattoo artists everywhere I travel to, that's the priceless part. That's the part that I appreciate. So know why you're doing it. Do your research, know your market, but actually do it. Man, I've been talking before this. I was talking to my buddies 15 years about opening a business. One of them kind of did. The other one, didn't really. And so far, I'm trying to get it going and show them that, hey, man, it can be done. I used to have a really ghetto, ignorant mind before.
Yeah, that stops you doing a lot of stuff, bro. Like, and I've seen it happen time over time, bro, where it's like, oh, that shit ain't for me, or oh, that shit won't work, or like, nah, that's too hard. Like, this ain't for us, right? Like, you get me? Like, it's like we're not meant to suffer and struggle, bro. Yeah, we're born into a struggle, but it's for us to overcome it.
To keep it 100% and not making it a race thing or being racist or. I just used to have to think you were white to be rich, and the reason behind that is the apartments we grew up in 9 times, and I would just see a color of skin. I mean, dudes could have been Greek, Italian. I just seen a light skinned brother, a light skinned person. But I used to that mentality, man, was that you had to be. And then when that kind of change was like, man, look, one of our favorite restaurants here locally. It's owned by an immigrant, and then the more you see, it's like, wait a minute, if these dudes can do it, like it was embarrassing in a way. It's like, wait a minute, I was born here, I have all the advantages. This dude just got here like 10 years ago without even knowing the language, and he already has 2 restaurants.
That's trippy, right?
I'm really fucking up.
That's funny that you mentioned that, because I've seen that too. Like my uncle didn't speak English, bro. And he had a house and shit, and I was like, my grandpa didn't speak English and he had a dope ass house and shit. And I'm just like, there's no excuse, there's no excuse and shit,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're absolutely right, man.
And then that's the thing, the motivation, dude. And sometimes that's why we just gotta switch our mentality to be more positive towards ourselves, I think, right? You get me? Like, and that's hard within itself, bro. Yeah.
Bro, I mean, you do. We come from the same place, man. Like, sure, man. We don't. It's partially culture, and then where do we separate it, man? Like, even now as an adult, every time I drop something, I le pendejo, because that's at one point
you go back to your core.
You know what I mean?
Because it's always there, bro.
You know what I mean? And
it's like layers of yourself, basically.
And let's be perfectly honest. Sometimes in our culture, we're not raised with the most positive.
George Lopez said it best. Hispanic families pick your biggest insecurity and call you that for your name, right? Like, if you're fat, they call you gordo. If you're skinny, flaco.
Homie,
if you cry a lot,
llorón.
My uncle, I couldn't comb my hair bright. Me llamaba pelos valientes and shit.
You know what I mean?
But it was your worst insecurity. I was like, dude, I've been getting bullied all my life and shit.
Yeah, man.
You can't hurt me with names.
No. So it's And it's not always in a bad way, man. Let me give you an example. For example, let's say I met a lawyer. In downtown LA. One of my visits, I met a lawyer, and he worked for a firm, and he was making great money, benefits, everything. The only thing was he was ready to start his own thing, and his mom was like, "No, don't do it. You're gonna leave this guaranteed job. You're gonna leave this guaranteed insurance. You're gonna like, but mom, I'm gonna be able to make millions, more money." Yeah. But if you notice, she wasn't telling them no, don't do it as in a negative way. She was no, don't do it as
like thinking
you're leaving a for sure thing to go. The same way maybe we do it unintentionally to our kids or to our friends that we look out for them. So my best thing is, if you're not going to start your own business, if you're not going to do your own thing, that's cool. But if you know somebody who is, you should really encourage them. You should really support them. And I mean by reposting, retagging, things that it don't cost. Yeah. Depending on your services. Like my services, everybody can't buy from me. I sell to only tattoo artists.
Oh, okay.
But I have a lot of friends that want to support me, so they'll give away my business cards once they meet a tattoo artist. And the little things like that, you know what I mean?
That goes a long way, man,
Yeah, bro. And that's just if you're not, first off, you got to have the right people around you. Yeah. Second of all, you got to know your product. You got to know your markets. Everything else will fall into place.
Definitely.
I promise you, man. everything else. Just do it.
Yeah, that's
Just
what you got to
do
get
it.
that mentality to just do it for sure. Man. But nah, man, you know, anything else you want to say to the people? Maybe your Instagram or anything so they can follow you.
Hey, all right, yeah, guys.
We got a
so,
lot of tattoo artists. We actually are plugged in with Moco Tattoo out in Inglewood and shit.
All
dude,
right,
you know?
all right, yeah, man.
And,
So I got 2 Instagrams. One of them is that we promote our ink in. It's Big Sleeps Ink, Utah. We cross promote a lot of artists, and then my for the tattoo artists that do want to support, it's BeeHive Worldwide Distro. That's also the website. We're just a small family business trying to support our local and nationwide and eventually worldwide artists, and still keeping it independent, still trying to keep it what it should be, for us, by us. I haven't been corrupted by the almighty dollar yet, I haven't sold out. I don't plan on selling out. I don't care how much money I make, as long as I give you guys a good product
and you're happy with the customer service and shit,
Yeah,
right, man, you know?
Yes, sir.
No, that's dope, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. Definitely
appreciate
making
you guys
time for
having
us, being out here in Ogden and stuff, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Next time we'll be in your hood.
Yeah, for sure. Anything you want to say, Shooter?
Just hey.
Peace.
Appreciate it, you guys. Thank you for the time.
Hey, stay tuned, man. We're gonna take a quick little break. We'll be back with Buck Dior, man. Stay tuned right quick.
Yeah. What's his name? Aaron's one.
We good? Yo, man, we back. We back. You know what? We gonna start making our own little mid-rolls, our own little commercials and shit. Cause for something like this, when we do these podcasts, we could drop our own commercial. We don't gotta get that YouTube one and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Or leave y'all hanging right there. Y'all can watch a little, maybe like a 1 minute joke. Cause I don't know if y'all know, but I do my own personal jokes. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're not. Shit, you know, but you know.
Yeah, just gotta get your shit done.
The comedy's subjective, bro. You know.
Yeah.
Nah, but man, we right here with Buck1800, another
yeah.
Ogden resident right here. He not a resident, but you know he lives out here in Ogden and shit, man. You know. That was the wrong word for the wrong platform and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Nah, but, you know, the homie out here, he doing his thing out here, recording music, opening up for King Lil G and shit, man. And soon to be possibly working with Young Dopey on the new shows we got coming up and shit, bro. He about to have a baby, though, so, you know, he's going to be on them daddy duties and shit. And anybody that's a dad out there already knows what the first few months are like when you have a baby and shit, man. So, you know, you're on like what is
house
that called?
arrest.
Yeah, house arrest, basically, bro, you know? You're going to learn how to cook. You're going to learn how to clean and shit, all that, you know? And how to put a baby to sleep and burp, all that good stuff, you know? Nah, but you have a good time, but... Nah, what's up, bud? What you been doing, bro?
I just been chilling, bro.
Recording?
Hell yeah, I've been getting to my music shit lately. Just recently, I got 3 unreleased songs coming out soon. Everybody's waiting. I've been promoting them and everything. So here soon, my fans about to get some shit they've been wanting.
Oh, dope. And are you making music videos for them, or?
Oh yeah, I got two music videos scheduled here soon in the next couple, about a month or so.
Oh, dope, man, yeah. And how are you finding like challenges, like, you know, because I know the music scene in LA is obviously fucking big, bro, right?
Yeah, of course.
But I'm seeing that there's music now, like, and this has been happening, but my exposure to it, bro. Now I see the music in Utah, Oregon, Texas, like, you know, like all these little other states, bro, where it wasn't like happening and shit, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Now y'all, instead of bringing the show to y'all becoming the show and shit. You get me? You know? So how's that, dude? You know?
Homie, like the challenges we run into out here is not a lot of people look at Utah like they don't look at Utah like they really have people out here that are really into the rap scene.
Like more other than Mormon and cowboys and shit.
Nah,
they got rappers out here too.
Yeah, hell yeah,
rappers
homie.
and trappers
hell
and shit.
Yeah,
Nah.
homie. You gotta really look into Utah because we're not just Mormons, you know.
Yeah.
So like,
you're Mormon, dude? No, I didn't mean to talk. And I'm not playing down the Mormon religion right here. Yeah, I was just curious.
Mean, but like,
and
I
shit,
know,
you know?
I ain't no Mormon, none of that. Like, no disrespect to no religion.
Nah, for sure, man. Yeah.
But yeah, but like, you know, everybody looks like at Utah like it's a Mormon state, but it's really not that when you really look into it.
Yeah, it's a whole scene out here, man.
Yeah,
you know, I'm starting to see that. We've only been here like 2 nights and shit, you know, going on 3. And it's like you see it's peaceful and quiet.
Yeah.
You know, but you get to see like just being here at Speedy Inc., like all the homies that shoot through and shoot. And
for sure.
The personalities and stuff. Dude, I feel like I'm in like South Central or like Inglewood or something, shit, bro, you know?
Nah, for sure. That's how I feel sometimes because we're deep out here with the homies, you know?
Yeah.
But then, we got the challenges we'll run into out here with the music scene and everything. Like, not most people really find like studios and everything out here. You don't really have much like show spot, like places to have shows or anything like that. So it's really a hard challenge like that. So you got to really find the places to go and do that at.
And is there a fan base here for the music? Obviously, right?
Of course.
Your hometown fucks with you.
Of
shit,
course,
right?
yeah.
You know?
We out here we're really loved for real.
All right.
But we get our hate too, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And then you guys are mostly like doing music out in Salt Lake because Ogden's a little bit smaller and stuff.
It's a smaller city out here, but out there in Salt Lake, that's where like everything really goes down.
Oh, okay. That's like the big town and shit, like the downtown, the big downtown.
Main city, yeah.
All right, that's where all the clubs and everything are.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah. That's.
And you're young too, right, bro? Like I don't want to put your age out there if you don't want to, but like how old are you and shit?
I mean, I'm just one of the young ones.
One of the young ones. That's all you gotta know and shit.
That's all you gotta know.
Yeah. Nah, that's what's up. And then like, what are some of the challenges that you have personally, bro, as you work on music? Like, what are your challenges and shit?
Homie, I'm really out here. Like, I work more with my Mexicans, you know. So it's harder for sure.
You're not Mexican, bro?
Nah,
I'm just clowning and shit. You talk like a Mexican.
Nah, but
I be hearing him use the word vatos, and I was like, damn, homie, you know?
I'm surrounded by my.
Bro.
Of course, homie, but I'm surrounded by my Mexicans, you know. Really, like, the main issue I run into is I'm black, you know, so it's like different. So it's like they look out here like when I'm working with everybody out here in the Mexican music side, you know, because it's harder to run into because they're more looking for Mexicans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, they're looking more people with their own sound. But
Oh,
I'm black,
right.
so you know what I mean? So it's just different sometimes.
It's reversed in LA, huh? Because in LA, a lot of like the black music artists get more shine and they become they blow up faster or whatnot, right?
Just
bro?
like that.
More opportunities.
Out
and
here,
the Mexicans have less and shit in a way. No, you have to make your own lane and all that stuff.
Out here you'll see like, I guess you could say like, especially what I've gotten into, because I could have gotten to the more black rap, you know, where more black artists are around me and stuff. But like, I love the culture, you know. So that's how it is. I grew up around everybody. I'm part of the family, you know. All of them look at me like family. So that's what it is. So that's really.
Oh, that's what's up, man. And yeah, you got a dope ass style, bro. Like I see your style because I be hearing your music. We're playing some earlier too.
Yeah.
Hey, Carlos, you should drop a promo as we switch artists too. My bad, guys. Because I know we're running a long episode today, so you might not know when we're running who, and at least like on Instagram you can see, you know, Buck is up right now and shit, you know. Because I know some people don't want to hear me; they want to hear Buck. Some people want to hear Mando or whatnot, you know?
Right.
But not going back to that, so. Yeah, your style is a little bit different, bro. And I see how you're working on your delivery and all that shit is pretty dope, dude, you know? And your beat selection and shit, too, is a little different.
I'm trying to be versatile, you know, homie? Like, just like how, like, you could hear some of my music and you will hear that, like, more, like, predominantly, like, how you could say, like, the more African type style, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then
a little bit of soul in it.
But then you'll sit there and you hear that old school sound, like, where you're like, oh, yeah, he hangs out with his Mexicans. You'll see me, you know, right?
All right,
so it's just like that.
No, that's dope. And we got 2 songs together. One's been out, right? We did the with the Halloween beat.
Hell yeah.
And you did dope on that one, dude.
Yeah.
And I think you're on the other one, the Fell in Love with the E or something and shit. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not sure, homie.
But that one's not released yet, but should be soon too, dude. And you got your 3 tracks coming out. But so I saw you on stage opening up for
homie.
King Lil G and shit, bro. Shout out to the homie King Lil G. He's like obviously doing his thing out here.
Of course, shout out him.
You know, and going around doing shows and creating opportunities.
Love to the homies too, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And creating opportunities for a lot of artists that are starting to try and shine, bro, in their own cities and shit, you know? That shit was packed, bro. The video I saw back in December and shit. How was that? Because that was your first show, right?
Nah, homie, I've done plenty of shows, like, but with King Lil G, like, that wasn't even my first show either.
Oh, man.
I've done plenty of shows, homie. I've done about, I would say, like, I've done shows out in Salt Lake plenty of times. I've done shows out in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and then.
Oh, really? You're moving around and shit like that?
Homie,
oh, shit, I didn't know that, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, homie, we've been performing for a long time, especially with Mondo, too. That's where I've really been doing it, too. Like, me and Mondo, we've been traveling. And that's who it's with, you know. Like
y'all kind of like the team together and shit.
I mean, yeah. Like when you would hear, like you would see me out there on stage. Me and Mondo are both out there on stage, you know.
All right, yeah. And is King Lil G the biggest show you've done then?
Yeah, homie. Of course.
Because that stage looked big too and shit.
It was packed, homie. That's the crazy. Like out here in Utah, that spot that he had booked out. That's the biggest spot where we have shows out here. Like,
all right,
mainly like for artists. Yeah, that's where the most shows.
Like when the big artists come, that's where they go and shit.
Yeah, that's where they all happen.
Oh, that's what's up. So how was that, bro? Like opening up for King Lil G and all that, bro?
Homie, it was crazy. Like the feeling that you get from the crowd, like screaming as soon as you come out and your song starts playing. It's a different type of feeling.
Yeah. So do you like doing more shows than actually being in the studio and shit, or like?
I mean, I love the studio, homie. It's like when I get in the studio, it's like, it feels like a second home almost, homie. So I love that place. Like the studio, that's my favorite place to go all the time. And like shows though, homie, it's a different experience because then you get to feel the love from when you're in the studio.
All right, yeah.
So it's like you get to really feel like, oh yeah, these people like what I just put out in the studio. So it's just I love it all.
All right, man, yeah. And then what are like some of the things like where you want to take your career? Like where do you see yourself like in 5 years, bro?
In 5 years, homie, in 5 years I see myself going crazy, like dropping consistent. It's like, homie, I see me like chilling, like, you know, having my own side business. I want to do real estate, homie.
Oh,
like,
real estate?
I want to go to school and get into that and everything, you know, homie.
All right,
I'm
dope,
really trying to get on my stuff.
Yeah, well, that's dope. And the last time I saw you, the first time, when you went out to our shop and shit, bro, you
Yeah.
had one little chain and shit.
Hell yeah, homie. I
So
had
it
to.
looked like you're doing good and shit,
Yeah,
bro.
homie.
You know?
I had to get my money up, not my funny up. Homie. Hell yeah.
So do you like having the chains and all that shit, bro?
I mean,
you know?
I don't really like. It's cool, you know, like, but it's really materialistic stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, at the end of the day, it's just a conversation starter. So like, I'll walk into a place, like I'll walk into the mall or store, or I'll even walk up to somebody random or like walk past them. They're like, oh, like I like that. Like, what's that? This and that. You know, it's just a conversation
All
starter.
right,
homie.
yeah. Nah, and it makes it look successful too,
Nah,
bro.
yeah, of course.
You get
fool,
me? Like you doing
it
your
shows
thing
that
out
in-
here and
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Yeah.
You gotta really show like.
And they nice pieces too,
Nah,
bro.
yeah,
you
I
know? For
appreciate
sure,
that,
yeah,
homie.
yeah.
Like, shout out to Trax, shout out to Trax NYC. That's really who got my jewelry made. So
Oh, that's what's
shout
up,
out
man.
them,
All
homie.
custom and shit
Hell
too.
yeah, homie. Like this shit cost me a
I
pretty
see
penny.
you got one
fool.
that says Buck too and
Hell
shit, bro.
yeah, fool. That's the main
Damn,
one. That's
you
the
know,
main one. Hey,
Now
I had to
everybody's
beat
gonna
him
know
to
that
it though.
you're the real Buck, though.
Hell yeah, I had to beat Buck to it,
Buck,
homie.
man,
I had to
you
beat
know?
him to it.
Nah, for real. Man, that's dope. You want to do the real estate and shit. And
yeah, of
in
course.
terms of music, dude, like, is there a lot of studios out here in Utah where you record and shit?
I mean,
or is it like slim or?
It's a little bit, homie.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll see, like you'll have your good and every now and then studios, but then like not as much out there in Cali, like how you guys have it and everything. But for the most part, like there's like a cool couple, you know.
All right, man. Yeah. And then like, so I see you're gonna have a baby. How you feel about that shit, bro?
Fool, it's crazy. It's crazy,
Yeah.
homie. It's life changing for sure.
All right, man. Yeah. You ready for it though?
Yeah, homie. How
I know you're lying because ain't nobody ever ready to have no baby and shit. Not even the mama ready
Nah,
and shit.
yeah,
you know?
fool, yeah.
Nah, but it's all good. You know, it's good to, you know, when you first see your child, dude, I had 3 already and shit, you know?
Okay.
So when you first see it, it's going to change your life, bro.
Right.
You know, and then I'll say this without insulting anybody. If you're gonna be a good dad, it's gonna change your life, bro.
No, yeah,
if
for
you're one of
sure.
them cats that don't give a fuck and you're like, oh man, you
Nah,
know,
yeah, it's
then
not much
you know,
to it.
yeah, it's not gonna be that much
Yeah.
fun, bro. But seeing your baby grow, you're gonna be like, oh shit, man, you know,
yeah,
this is
it's-
on me right
yeah,
here. You get me?
for sure.
And I don't know, you having a girl or boy
No,
or?
I'm having a boy.
Oh shit, you lucked out
Yeah.
first one, huh?
Hell yeah, fool.
That's what's up, man. You know, you probably be able to rap too and shit.
Shit, I'm gonna put him
You
on.
gonna put him with the music. You
Hell
gonna be your
yeah.
first listener and
Hell
shit. You
yeah,
know?
homie. I'm bringing him out to the shows whenever
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
time I can. He's coming
Yeah.
right with me, homie.
Nah, you know, and this conversation positive too and shit, bro. But you know, I'm gonna bring a little negativity to it and shit, you know, because that's what people do and shit,
Nah,
you
yeah.
know. Nah, it's not negative, but you know, because you're a black artist,
Nah,
bro.
yeah,
You
for
get
sure.
me?
Yeah, yeah.
And you hang out with Mexicans and young
Right.
Mexicans, right?
No, for sure.
That say the N word all the time.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And I don't mean all the time because I grew up saying the N word.
Yeah.
All my peoples, we grew up saying the N word and shit,
right.
you know. Well, but as we grew older, we stopped saying it, right?
No, right.
And it just comes with age, but you know, sometimes we talking and it slips out, right? Like, you
No,
know,
of course, yeah.
Like I use the word my boy now instead
Okay,
instead
yeah.
of that, you know,
No,
or,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
or homie or something, you know. Like, how do you feel about like Mexican artists using the N word?
I don't like. Sometimes, homie, like it's a different type of way you got to look at it. Like if, like I got homies still now to this day that I still say it, but I don't get offended by it because they don't use it in a certain sense of like, you know, it's not offensive, you know. But at the same time, I don't want to sit here and be like the type of person to be like, oh, I don't like my kind, you know.
Sure.
But it's like I don't get along with them. They're not my type of people, you know what I
feel
mean?
you.
Like I get more along with my Mexicans than I would my black side, you know.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
that's
Is
just
that
how it
because of the gang stuff, or is
I
that
mean-
just because you feel like you vibe more with
No,
the
I
Hispanics?
vibe more with the Hispanics.
Yeah.
Like
Did you grow up around Hispanics more and shit?
I mean,
or-
yeah. Like my step pops is Hispanic, so
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Oh,
that's just how
what's
it
up.
was. Like I just grew up
Yeah.
around it for most of my life.
yeah.
My family on his side, all them Hispanic. So yeah, I just grew up around it. I love my Mexicans. I love the culture, everything about it.
Do you use the N word a lot?
Yeah. Shit. Hell yeah.
You're like, hell yeah.
homie.
You was about to say, hell yeah. And then say it and shit.
Yeah, hell yeah, nigga.
And that's what's up, man. I mean, you know, I think it's a language thing. You get me? And I think it's a younger thing, right?
Nah,
and
for
I think
sure.
people grow out of it. And
But
shit,
yeah,
you
but
know?
like at the
like
same
me,
time,
I can't grow out of saying in shit. I don't know if you guys notice. Anybody that's right here, I say in shit almost after every sentence and
I
shit.
feel
You know?
you.
And I'm trying not to say it. You know?
Yeah.
And you know what the trippy part is when I'm at work or whatever, I don't say it.
Okay.
You hear me? So
Nah, yeah.
it's a comfortable thing, right?
Nah,
like
I know what you
get
mean.
used to.
But I mean, at the
you
same
know?
time, I like how you said, like I did grow up around the Hispanics, so like they also told me like, oh, like at the same time I am black, but it's like I'll talk more like say fool, say like it's just different lingo, you know, like don't say nigga as much. It's just like
And you know, in the streets, usually it's easy to change your way, right? You either get boo-bopped a few times and you lose it, or you get tired of fighting everybody that you just like you change it automatically, you know? No, that's the way it works sometimes, man. You know, and and I think it's dope that it shouldn't bother nobody and shit. You know, I mean, being young and all that, bro, you know. But like going back to the music and all that. Like your beat selection, is there a lot of producers out here, bro, in Utah too? Like, or like where your producers coming from, like, your beats and stuff?
All the producers, like the main producers that I've ever used is Laser. So like shout out to Laser, he really goes crazy.
Laser, Where's he at? Where's he from and stuff? Like what city?
My nigga Laser, he's out there in Washington. He's out there in, you said what? Tri-Cities.
You guys kind of met through Instagram and stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure. He made me a beat and that shit.
Yeah,
crazy, homie, crazy.
And then it's dope because Instagram makes it a lot easier, or YouTube, right? Now they got beat stars too, so
like
you can find producers and shit, you know, and then try and tap in with them and shit. And then like, how do you find like prices for beats, bro?
Most of the time, like
it looks like somebody knows Laser 826, so shout out Laser and shit.
Hell yeah,
he raps out in Oregon, the homie right here and shit. He gonna be opening up too for the show.
Laser goes crazy. He's crazy. Like any producer that has ever like hit my phone and been like, "Hey, let me make you a beat," and I've been like, "I bet," like, you know, like he's always made Mando beats too, so he's always going crazy. Like it's just you know, he just different type of talent he's got.
Yeah, and I also noticed too that like the younger artists, I was gonna say you young artists and shit, but you know the younger artists, they tend to like different beat styles too, bro, right? Like a little bit more dynamic, more like amped up in a way.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I guess you could say like, cause y'all are out there in Cali and everything, so I mean, you'll get that Stockton type of sound sometimes at
like the Bay Area type shit.
The Bay Area stuff. So you'll hear a lot of that, but like at the same time, you'll also hear like, I guess you could say like E40 and also like Mondo type style flows, you know. So it's just like that.
So it's dope. So you don't have any challenges finding beats.
Nah.
You don't have challenges finding studios and shit, even though you're out here in Utah and stuff, right? And engineering and all that.
Engineers out here crazy.
Yeah,
go crazy out here.
That's what's up, man.
Go crazy. Shout out. I mean, I just wanted to shout out the producer, or our producer. My bad. Our engineer Joe, he's crazy with it. He goes crazy out here.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. And then it's like kind of like so it looked like you have the whole ecosystem to continue doing music out here and everything, right? Oh, that's pretty dope, dude. You know. Yeah. And then like are you like in the studio like weekly, monthly, and shit like that? Or?
Not much recently, homie. Just because I have the son on the way, so I just been trying to mainly take care of my baby mother and mostly. But I got some stuff coming soon for sure.
Oh, dope. Yeah. And then, do you have any shows like coming up? Cause you might not be going to the Oregon show, right?
No, I might not make it, but who knows? I might pop out. I might not.
That's boss lady in the back. That's his manager too, I think, and shit. You know, she's like, "You popping in? You're not popping out." No, I'm popping.
But yeah, I might have a show coming soon. May 23rd, I'm pretty sure.
All right,
soon. I might come out and pop out to the Little Weirdo show. So
shit,
that might be coming soon.
In Cali and shit?
No, out here in Salt Lake.
Oh shit, dope.
So if y'all coming out to that, get y'all tickets here soon. Just get ready for that.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Yeah, Lil Weirdo got some dope music too and shit, man. You know, and like, so what are some of the artists or current rappers that inspire you, bro? Like where do you get your inspiration for your music? Like
last time I came on, I said Polo G was one of my main rappers I wanted to look at, but homie, recently it's been really hard to like. I mean, mainly, I've been looking up to King Lil G and Drummer Boy, homie. Like those are two people who really put a mark on what I've been trying to do. Like
and the whole last year they went on grind mode too, right?
Yeah, like hell yeah, homie! Like releasing crazy, homie. Banger after banger, homie. And so like even then I've been seeing them going crazy, and then them showing us love too. So it's just I was like, oh yeah, like, and then I really sit there and listen, and I've been listening for a few years now because our entire journey was to make it up to King Lil G, you know.
Oh, okay.
So like every show that we did, cause every
that's
show
like the level of success how you measure
yeah,
it
like
and shit.
that's really where we like our main goal was. So like we even started out here in Utah. We started out on 25th Street. Our first show was 25th Street, and we just moved up and up and up and up. And then one night, it was a random night, homie, and a boss lady, she hit us up and she was like, "Oh, be here at my shop by 2 a.m. If you're not coming, you're not coming." She was like, "But we got a King Lil G spot." I was like, "All right." We showed up, we went, and we got the spot. We performed, everything went good. And it was a crazy experience, homie. And we really just like worked our way up and really like built our way up and just, they showed us mad love. So it was just a crazy journey, homie.
That's dope. And that must keep like motivating you as well, too, to homie, continue, right?
Just to continue, because even now, like, I'll stay tapped in with King Lil G. You know, he keeps even texting me every now and then. He'll let me know to just keep grinding. Just,
that's
he
what's
motivates
up,
me all the time, you know, homie.
No, that's dope, dude. Yeah, and he sees the success that you might have too, bro.
Yeah,
you know,
homie.
if you keep the consistency as well.
Oh yeah,
too,
homie.
shit, you know?
Yeah, homie. I had a conversation with him, and he told me, he's like, he told me and Mondo ourselves. He said that he couldn't even explain where we would be in the next 2 to 3 years if we really keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's all about. I've seen consistency, and I mean the music's already there, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
you guys got dope music. It's just a matter of getting it delivered to the people.
Yeah, of course.
And then what do you see as challenges of like? Because I see you growing your social medias and all that yourself too, right? Like, what are some of the challenges you see with getting more reach in that?
Just more or less like, cause like out here in our city, homie, it's like we have a love out here, but it's at the same time, like I said, we do have the hate. So we have a lot of blockage. So it's a lot of people that will sit there and like, they don't really try to see us pushing, you know, like they won't sit there and try to really help see their homies. Like, you know, I don't want to say homies more or less, because everybody that's around us really looks out for us. But people on the other side, you know, they don't really try to sit there and see their homies pushing, you know. So they rather see them fall.
Oh man, so sometimes like just the growth is like slowed down because of that,
yeah,
right? You know? Yeah,
most people they don't like, you know, like just show love. You know, it's easy. So most people don't just try to show that love like that.
All right, man. Yeah. Well, you know, the West Factory, man, we always try and re-promote everything that everybody is doing. Try and give you like some time to come over here and, you know, like express yourself a little bit, man. You know, and we're a small channel, man. You get me?
Of course, and
we're trying to do what we see other people not trying to do, just because that's how they were doing us and shit.
Of course, and everybody has them times, and that's where everybody that really went through that could really come together and connect and network. You know?
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Yeah. You know, and we be trying to, you know, which is why we wanted to come out here, you know, and help promote like Speedy Inc. and the shows we got coming and the artists they work with and all that stuff, man. You know. And, you know, Speedy Inc. was nice enough to let us use the studio right here to set up, man. We got a little corner right here, you know, and, you know, we took over the couches and stuff, you know. But nah, they good hospitality, man, you know. Luckily, I'm not drinking because they got 1,800 bottles up the ass over here and shit, you know. And but nah, it's dope, man. And so what's one thing you like about Utah, bro?
I mean, shit, homie, I'm trying to get the hell out of here.
Oh, man. They're going to give you, your homies are going to really give you shit for that one, bro. You know? There's got to be one thing you like and shit.
It's nice, you know, it's nice to have all the homies out here because we're really close by, you know. We don't got to really go far for each other, you know. We're just a couple minutes away. So I like it out here just for the fact that we're all, you know, we're all linked up together, and it's love because it's kind of harder out in a lot of other places. It's harder to stay connected with your homies. Like, not everybody's from, like, you know, all in the same section. Everybody's all spread out in some places. So it's nice to have, like, everybody right next door to us, you know?
Yeah, nah, definitely. I like the mountain scene.
Oh, yeah, the mountains.
Well, that shit is, like, insane. Shit. It's like, I can literally, if I had a house here, I would like a porch. And I would just sit out there with like a fucking hot chocolate and some marshmallows and shit. That sounds so corny and shit. And then just watch the fucking mountains all day, bro. You get me? Like, I don't know.
It's a nice view for sure.
Yeah, I'm an old man, I guess, too. But it's peaceful to me. It's like, it's dope and shit. It's relaxing and shit.
Yeah, it's you know, it's nice to have the snow and everything because most places don't get snow.
Yeah.
But like,
it's a hate it and love it type of thing, though, right? You know?
Yeah, the weather out here is kind of bipolar, you know?
Yeah, and then they say summer's humid and shit. Right?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes even the summers are cold, you know?
Oh, man.
It gets weird out here.
Oh, yeah. It's the mountain ranges, but nah, it's dope, dude. What about food, dude? Like, what you like eating out here, man? You know, for people that ain't been to Utah and shit.
Shit, homie, we got
like what's a hometown snack or meal or something that you'd be like, man, we hit fucking Lupita's Mexican food all day and shit, you know?
shit, homie.
I know you like Mexican food, dude, you know?
I mean, shit, homie, like we really do. We got a little food truck over there on 25th Street that we all like to go to. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hell
what kind of food they serve and shit?
Homie, tacos.
Burritos.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna say burritos like a paisa and shit, you know? Burritos
homie,
and shit.
All that. Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up, man. You can never go wrong with some tacos and burritos. You know, as long as they got some good asada and some good salsa and shit, man.
Oh yeah.
That's just fire and shit. Today we had a burger from the Big Ben, I guess.
The Big Ben. Oh yeah.
Oh man, that was fire.
Oh yeah,
shit,
we got.
dude, you know?
Oh yeah, out here we got good burgers for sure.
You know, I was a long time ago. You know, I used to travel to China and shit, man. You know, and it's a funny story and shit. It's a little racist funny story, but now I'm just saying it because like you know, because I say burritos right now, and it clicked my mind. I remembered I had a boss, bro. You know, he was this older white man and shit. Good guy, man. You know, good guy, good mentor to me.
Right.
But he was just old school and shit. And I was traveling to China, and then he'll be like, "Yeah, you want to eat the food over there, man? You know, like whatever they serve you, just you know, when in Rome, just try it out. It's like they want to show you hospitality, you know." Yeah. And then he goes, "It's like if somebody came to your house." You would want them to eat a burrito and shit. Yeah, I was like, bro, you know, like you swear to God, we sit around eat burritos all day and shit.
I feel
but he didn't know any better. It's just some ignorance sometimes and
I
shit.
know what you mean.
That's why I was like, oh, burritos and shit. You know, just so y'all know I ain't fucking around, but you know, thoughts come into my mind and it's hard to fucking get them across and shit. You know. But I took that as funny. To me, it was funny. I was like, I went home. I told my girl that I was like, hey, can you really eat? My boss thinks we eat burritos all day over here and shit, you know? That's fucking racist as fuck and shit, you know? But it was funny as fuck,
I know
know
what you mean for sure.
Yeah. And what about for fun, bro? Like as a young teen growing up and all that, going into your young adulthood right here, bro, like what do you go do out here for fun and shit, man?
I mean, shit, homie, most of the time when we do what we do out here for fun is just shit, I'll kick it with the homies. We have like little amusement parks, you know, like it's called Lagoon and everything.
I saw that on the way in, man. That looked like a Knott's Berry Farm. It got them hard rides and shit, huh?
Oh yeah, it's cool and shit, but yeah, for the most part, we just be really chilling and shit, homie.
Just slow motion with it and shit. Yeah. Y'all go hiking and shit like that?
Yeah, homie, not like that, homie.
You like nah. Oh, you say you snowboard though, right?
I'll go snowboarding every now and then.
Yeah, with all the homies and shit.
Yeah, they be all coming up there for sure.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, I can't. I think a lot of the people I grew with might liked it, but I think there'll be some resistance. Like, I ain't going up no mountain and shit type shit, you know?
No, I get cold, homie.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Yeah. It's cold right now. I got like this overcoat and it's trippy because we were in line right now to get the burgers and shit. Yeah. I see people with shorts and no sweater and shit. And I got me a sweater, overcoat and shit. I'm still freezing and shit, bro, you know?
That shit's cold.
I be like, man, it's like Chicago and shit, man, you know?
Hell yeah.
Because of the lakes, I guess you get that wind chill or some shit, right, you know? But not, bro, like anything. So, like, let's say your career starting as an artist, right? Like, you're getting a reputation right now. You're building your own reputation yourself, and you know, with the help of Mando and Speedy Inc. Right? So there's like, what are like something that you would recommend to somebody that's barely starting, bro? Like you're already a little ahead of them, right? Let's say they just picked up a notepad right now and they're about to start writing rhymes, bro. Yeah. You know, like what would you tell them? You know, coming from somebody that's young and shit, you know?
Shit, homie, my main advice would really just to be like, homie, just take with like any type of whatever you feel, homie, just put that out there. Like any type of feelings you got, the type of life you live, don't sit there and try to put some type of front on, you know? Just try to like really be yourself and put that on the paper, homie. Like if you really got that feeling to really sit there and make music, sit there and really put how you feel on a piece of paper, you know? And then take that, and if you really like if you love the music, you know, you're gonna do it for the music. You're not gonna sit there and do it for no money. You're not gonna sit there and do it for nothing else but the feeling and the love that you get from that music. Like, so it's because
you know as well, like when you first start doing music, it's all expense. It's slow money coming in and shit, right?
It's slow money, homie. Like you'll sit there and you'll put thousands and thousands of dollars into the music and you won't make nothing back. You'll make nothing back but like a couple, like $20, you know, homie. And it's that. So it's like if you really love it, you got to put in the money and the work into it, you know? Yeah. So it's like if you really love the music and you want to sit there and put yourself into it, just be yourself, you know? Don't sit there and hold anything back and really try and make connections, because you can't just sit there like and just sit there and not know nobody. You gotta really like sit there and make connections and network and really find out who really likes your music. You know, you gotta find the people who love
like
you.
find the stats and
Yeah,
shit, right?
of course you gotta find
yeah.
your sound, find the people who love your sound.
Yeah.
So that's that.
So and then you make a lot of gangster music, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So is there any in the future any genre changes you're gonna be making, or
homie.
any experimental projects you're gonna put out?
Oh yeah, of course. I just recently I have some stuff unreleased that's coming out soon, and here soon they've been asking for a video from it too. A lot of my fans been asking for it, so they've been waiting on that. And it's like a R&B, like it's an R&B remix type of thing, you know. So it's like R&B. I'm trying to switch up, like do R&B stuff, do like make features on people who sit there and sing and stuff. So like I'm just trying to switch it up and be versatile. So
that's dope.
anybody
bro.
who hears my
so you
stuff,
got some love songs coming,
yeah, homie, I'm trying to get up on that for sure.
You know, I always talk about like how gangster music is dope. That's what I bump. That's my playlist and shit. You know, but I always talk to Knockout about this too, and I just be like, or to my partner, like, love songs is a bigger market and shit.
No, yeah.
Than and you know, and less people are making it, right?
Oh, for sure.
And there's a lot of successful artists that have done love songs, and I think, like you're saying, being diverse in an industry where diversity is dope and shit, right? And you can experiment and try this style. People might not like it, but some people will. Yeah. And some people like this, and then you'll have fans from different genres and shit, I think, right? No, I think that's dope, bro. Anything else you just want to put out there that you want to tell anybody that's watching and shit, bro?
Homie, just shout out Laser, shout out Joe, shout out Speedy, homie, shout out all the homies from the hood. I appreciate everybody. So I appreciate West Factory for having me out. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and listening. And that's it, homie.
Oh, that's what's up, man. We'll stay tapped in, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You got talent, and, you know, we'll be connected and shit, bro.
All right,
and we
man,
wish you the best of luck, and just keep the grind and shit, man, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. So stay tapped in, man. We got Ese Mando up next. We're going to take a quick little break, and then we'll be back in about, you know, maybe 3 minutes or so, maybe less and shit, you know. This will be a nice time to drop one of them commercials and shit that we might be having and shit. I'm going to start making those motherfuckers and shit, you know.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be my own Pepsi commercial and shit. Imagine selling Doritos and shit, you know, like snack time, you know.
A little Modelo commercial.
A little Modelo commercial and shit, huh? Nah, but we'll be right back, man. Just stay tapped in. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Hey, man, and we back. You know, I am thinking heavily about those commercials because that would be so funny and shit. Appreciate everybody that stayed tapped in. We got Ese Mando on here. That's what's up, man.
Yep.
Ogden, Utah in the house and shit still. You know, thanks for coming through, bro.
Yeah,
Appreciate
fool,
that,
back
man.
at
You
it
know?
like
I
we're
know we
back
did
at
the
it.
other live when we were back then, but I think so much has been going on right now. We just like, let's try and get this little update from you, man.
Yup.
Let me go back right here and give some shout outs, man. Shout out to homie Dodie Ave tapped in, bro. You know, you got to get home soon. We got to get the competition rolling and shit, bro, you know? Bobby 110, Inglewood in the house. That's what's up, man. Definitely. We out here in Utah right now, man. We making some moves and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Then we got SI West Best. Thanks for tapping in. You know, she's always supporting now, man, too. Appreciate that. Then we got Gerardo Hernandez. Oh, that's what's up, man. He said, what up, Smurf? Appreciate that, bro, you know? Demon Novero, appreciate you getting tapped in again, bro. Thanks for watching. Hope y'all enjoying this content, man. Appreciate y'all support on all this, you know? Luis, West Up, Travieso here. Much love to the homies. He's up. Gonna need to stop by the shop tomorrow or something to grab some merch. Yeah, let us know on IG, bro, because we're not gonna be there tomorrow. We thinking about hitting Vegas tomorrow and shit. But we right here in Utah, so yeah, make sure you hit us up, because definitely pull up and get some merch, bro, you know?
Hell yeah.
Gonzalo said it's all about Jesus Christ. Much love and respect. Yeah, I appreciate that, bro, for sure, man, you know? Voice of the Barrio Radio, A100, man. Thanks for coming up. Clean Cut Stacks TV. Appreciate that. 826. Oh, thanks for tapping in, bro. We just connected on Instagram. He's going to be one of the homies opening up at the show in Oregon
That's
as
the
well,
homie. I
too,
know that
bro.
fool.
Yeah. Oh, that's what's up, bro, you know?
Hell yeah.
Jersey Kids. Appreciate that, man. I always say Jersey's Kids. Why do I always think that and shit, you know? My bad, dude, you know? Jerry's Kids. You know, I am a bit dyslexic. Is that how you say it? Where you kind of read the word?
Dyslexic.
Where you read the word before you see the word and shit, you know, I guess? Or you see something that's not there. I try my best. Shout out to all the homies. Put it down. Stay solid with the bomb music. That's what's up, man. Patricia Hernandez. Hey, what up? Thanks for tapping in. Player, my boy. That's what's up, man. We got to get back in that studio and get talking about them love songs, bro. You know, you had that shit going for sure, man. Leo Lola Gomez, this cookie from the 6, sending my Ela. Oh, thanks for tapping in, my bro. You know, appreciate that, man, you know? Dodie Ave said 106 or nothing, 100.
Shout out to Obi Dodie, man.
Shout out to Dodie Ave, for sure. And Graham said, that's right, trophy and shit.
Shout out to homie Grams.
Dodie Ave said 106 all the way to Ogden and shit. Man, yeah, we tapped in right here, man, you know? And Grams, Ese Mando, hottest out of Utah on the SETI trophy and shit. Yeah, and shout out to my wife. I know she watching. She not dropping no comments though and shit. So I mean, you know, she don't want to be in the chat. But thanks for watching. I know she watching because she just takes me to put my shirt down. But that shit made me look down. My shirt is down, so I don't know. I don't know what she's talking about. But shout out to her. Can't wait to get back home, baby. I'm gonna be home soon and shit. You know. I was gonna sing that song. Daddy's home, but I ain't home yet and shit, you know?
But I ain't home yet.
Nah, what up, Mando, man?
Nothing much.
Yeah.
Back at it like a crack addict.
Oh, shit, man. I see you grinding and shit, you know?
Hell yeah, fool, little by little as I can, you know?
Yeah. So, yeah, we last saw you when we were over there in our shop back in LA and shit, bro, in Cali and shit, you know? So how does that, what's been happening since then, bro? I got some things I've seen you doing, so I'm going to point that out. But why don't you give us your own perspective on that, you know?
Shit, ever since then, that was just a big motivation right there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I just got to keep going. I took that as a little boost, and I'm just trying to keep this fucking train rolling, you know?
All right, man.
Trying to do as much as I can, trying to expand, trying to learn new shit, venture out into new stuff, trying to expand, you know?
You taking it serious and shit,
Hell yeah.
like right now,
Fuck
like
yeah.
ramping up and shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, nah, and I seen you opening up for King Lil G in December, bro. That was a big stage. I was just talking to Buck1800 about that. So like, how was that experience for you, bro? Like coming out on that stage and shit. That was a packed house.
It
too,
was,
right?
bro. Honestly, that was like heightened my expectations for every show. That was like my best show experience yet, just because like in general, like the whole backstage experience, pulling up. The homie G was being super cool, you know. He brought us in. He was making sure nobody was left out. We was just kicking it, and once we hit the stage, homie, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was as packed as it was until I got up there. And once shout out DJ Lico, the homie, once he announced us, fuck, the crowd went crazy. And it's like really humbling because I don't expect that, you know? Going up there, I don't expect it to be like that.
Yeah, I know, and people were singing your songs too, dude. They were singing along and shit,
Hell
bro.
yeah,
you know?
the crowd
dope,
was
right?
singing that shit. It chills, bro. Chills down my spine, bro.
Oh,
That
that's
shit,
what's up, man.
it feels different.
Yeah. And earlier to Buck, I just saw a comment. Somebody named Hater said cap and shit. Oh, maybe they like my cap right here and shit, you know? Nah, but yeah, no, you know how he was like, he said something about capping and shit, you know? And then I was talking to the homie about we're gonna start a new campaign called Stop the Cap and shit.
Stop the cap.
You know? Shit. But nah, that's what's up. And my bad, I didn't mean to interrupt you on that, but hey, bro, like, damn, people were singing your song. I saw some videos and shit, bro. Packed house, people fucking with you out here in
Hell
Utah
yeah,
and
fool.
shit.
As soon as we were leaving too, we had our car parked up right there, right next to like the entrance. As soon as I left, that shit was super fucking humbling. I had so many people. We got rushed by people.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Like 20 people just coming trying to take pictures, and I was like, fuck. I was trying to get the fuck up out of there, but it was getting rushed. Like it was getting crowded. I had to get up out of there before it got too like bad. That was really like that shit was crazy.
Damn, that's trippy, dude, you know? That must be like a crazy ass feeling, bro. Like,
bro.
overwhelming, no? Because, like, what do you do and shit? Because this is your first time you had that happen to you?
To that extent, yeah, because I've had people come up to me and ask for pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, to that extent where I just came out and everybody was, like, coming up with their phones on, I'm like, oh, I'm looking over here. Someone's like, oh, take a picture. And I'm like, fuck. It's never been to that extent. That's the only time it's ever been that bad.
Yeah.
Not that bad, but to that extent, I'll say.
Yeah. And then how do you feel about that? Like, are you open to taking pictures with the fans or signing autographs and shit?
I am, but just the way you got to approach me the right way, because there was one time I did a show out in Salt Lake, and I was like, I had finished performing, and I was off on the side just kind of kicking it, and this fool kind of just walked up, and like he walked up. I'm not famous, fool. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not none of that.
You're out for the streets and
fool,
shit.
that fool pulled up. He like was walking kind of aggressive, and he didn't say nothing. He just pulled up and he got hella close, and like I just like came close to me, and I just kind of like pushed him back. He's like, oh, I want to pick, and fuck my bad. Like, you know what I mean? But like you just gotta come up to me a certain type of way, because if not, you know.
It looks aggressive.
Yeah,
and
if you
shit,
come
bro.
up to me walking a certain type of way, or like you don't say nothing, I'm gonna just off the bat be like, what the fuck? What's up? You know?
Well, at least it was just a push. It didn't get escalated.
No,
and shit,
I
bro,
pushed him. He was like,
Yeah.
no, I just want a picture. And I was like, I bet, you know?
Damn, yeah. No. So that's a trip to me. Damn, like having fans, that would be crazy to me, bro. You know, like
Yeah,
I
it's
think,
really crazy.
Yeah, and then people want your autograph and all that. That's something.
Never had that yet.
Yeah, if you blow up and all that shit, right? Like, I mean, you're gonna have to live like that, right? And Utah, right here, is a small town, right? So people that fuck with you. You're gonna run into them like at the McDonald's or the In-N-Out and shit.
I ran into some
so small and shit,
I ran
right?
into one fool I was going into Subway, and like some fools barely about to clock in. He's like, Ese Mando, and I was like, oh shit. And he's like, come here, and I'll go in. He was like, I got you for free subs. I was like, I got me and the homies like free sandwiches. I was like, fuck it, homie, this is what motion looks like.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And it's trippy too, cause like for example, like you said, the guy with the pig. I'm just thinking like, people, they might not recognize you off the bat, and they'll stay looking at you, like staring.
Yeah.
And they're trying to focus, and you're like,
what the
damn,
fuck?
this is the opposite way
What the
and
fuck
shit,
this fool
right?
looking at?
And I was just like, oh shit, it's Ese Mando and shit, no?
Yeah,
so
that's why
it's kind of like that shift, huh?
Yeah.
Right? You know?
Because I'm not used to it. I don't like, might not sound crazy, but I don't like attention too much. Like,
Then you chose the wrong Korean.
yeah, I
and
know,
shit,
but
bro.
I love it. But I love doing this. But
you
like,
love the music and shit.
but
huh?
like when it gets time to do the shows, fuck, like I still get nervous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll say I don't, but I'm lying. You know, I still get nervous. I still get the butterflies.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah.
I bet, man. When you go on stage and
Fuck
shit, for
yeah.
sure. The other thing, I'll tell you guys a funny story, dude. Like, you know, Gangsta Wish, right? And hopefully you don't get mad at me sharing this shit, but I was there, bro. So I lived that moment and shit, you know?
Yeah.
But he's the same way, bro. He likes rapping, but he doesn't want what comes with it and shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know, he always like he just wants to rap and shit. He does, you know, he doesn't want to like do the pics. And I remember one time being with him at this brewery, bro. You know, eating wings, and we eating some spicy wings, so we're sweaty and shit. You get me, you know. And then somebody walks up to take a picture, and he takes the picture. He took the picture and shit, you know. And then I asked him like, "Hey, bro, like you don't trip out like picture?" He's like, "Yeah, like I get this now and then." And shit, he's like, "Right now I'm sweaty as fuck, bro." So I was like, "Damn, I didn't really want to take a picture and shit, you know." But he did it anyways and shit, you know. And I be like, "Damn, that's trippy, dude," you know. Cause but it's funny how like the talented folks too, right? Like you're talented, he's talented, and then obviously you're gonna get where you're going, right? Like where your goal is, because the talent's gonna take you there, and it's kind of like it's only gonna get more and more, right?
Yeah.
Like it's gonna get crazier and crazier and shit, you know?
Yeah, I'm trying to stay humble as it is, but fuck, like I just when I go out, I don't go out expecting to get recognized. I don't want to get like, honestly, I don't want to get recognized. To be honest, like if I'm out, I'm just, cause I'm not. Another thing is like, I'm not Ese Mando all the time. You know what I mean? I'm fucking I'm just Mando most of the time. Like I have my rapper moments, but most of the time I'm kicking it. I'm not always trying to be like, oh, I'm some rapper shit. You know?
Yeah. Sometimes do you get sometimes where you don't want to rap?
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah?
Sometimes Buck will tell you Buck will be bugging me to get in the studio, and I'll be like, I don't really feel it right now. I don't really want to rap. You know, like that's just how it gets. You know.
And I've heard that from a couple artists, bro. That'll just be like, yeah, not today, bro. Like,
you know,
it like I ain't feeling it, you know.
Because there was a certain point in time where I was like, well, like last year, 2 years ago, I was just really super dialed in and like recording a lot, fucking, and I was just recording out of my phone, so I was just easy, you know. I had my fucking
Whenever you wanted to.
whenever my fucking wired mic, fool, the wired headphones. I mean, the Apple headphones. Just put a bandana around the fucking. Put around down around the mic, make a little wind thing, and I just fucking record. Like that'd be so easy to record on the go. Like, but as I fucking started making more music, as I started experiencing more stuff, I'd say, I fucking started like realizing I'm not gonna start just dropping stupid amount of songs that just sound okay. I want to drop a certain amount of songs that are good. They sound good. The quality's good.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that more or less happened once I started fucking seeing the studios, you know what I mean? Once I went into a big studio,
When you start seeing the difference in the quality,
once I heard a song actually mixed, that changed the whole perspective of it. So now I'm changing my equipment, you know. I just bought a MacBook. I'm trying to fucking like boost the fucking my sound up, you know.
Yeah. Oh no, that's dope, dude. You know. So then, like, how do you and that's good that you have that mentality, because I've heard this before from different artists too. Like sometimes I'll show beats, right? Like, 'cause, you know, I get a bunch of beats and I show them to different artists and shit. And I'm like, hey man, you know, like, and I heard people tell me it's a dope beat, bro, but this ain't a banger, dude. You get me? And like, so like, why am I gonna do it if I already don't like? I don't feel like it's a banger, so why would I rap this and then put it out there and shit, right? You know?
Yeah.
Like, so I get what you're saying and shit, bro, too. You know? Not me, because I don't rap, but I do see that a lot and shit, dude. You know? But like, so, and then now that you're trying to elevate your game, like, how are you doing that, bro? Like, what you brought your MacBook, so what's the next step for you on that?
I'm just taking it slow, honestly. I'm trying to learn from, because every time I do go to a studio, like especially with the producer Joe, I always I ask a lot of questions in the studio. Like even last time when we was at the wrecking spot, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but with Rare, I'd keep going up to him and I'd be like asking him questions about the system he's using, how it works, what system he thinks would be best. I'm like very open to taking in fucking stuff because I want to learn, you know? I really want to learn how to do this shit. So right now I'm kind of taking it slow, trying to learn the systems, see what system would be the best. You know, just playing with it, trying to fix my setup.
Are you trying to like engineer yourself as well too?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn how to engineer just because, you know, going to the studio, it's a cool ass vibe. But at the same time, some of the best songs I've ever made have been just me by myself.
On BandLab or something.
Yeah, me by myself on BandLab at my house. You know what I mean?
All right, yeah.
Like that's
people fuck with
no
that raw
pressure.
shit too, bro. That's the thing, you know.
Because when you go to studio for that, you got a time limit and like you're more pressured because you gotta you gotta fucking get this shit done by that time. Because if not, you're fucking paying an hour or two. I like busting at least 4 hours. Like there have been nights where we pull up at 9 and after or 9 at night, we're not leaving till like 3 in the morning. You know what I mean? Those are the type of studio sessions I like. That's where I get the most work done. I like getting it out. You know, if I could record, if I had 3 hours to myself, I'm trying to knock out at least 3 songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's dope, dude. And then you got to go in there with the goal and try and accomplish that and shit, dude. You know?
And not all the
Especially
time.
right now, you got to drive out, right? Like
Hell
to
yeah.
like a different city or some shit. And not like
In the
you
studio,
got to make your time worth
the
it.
studio, I have to drive like 45 minutes to get to the studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a pretty fucking far. That's why I don't go as much.
Yeah. It's a time investment for sure and shit, dude. You know?
Hell yeah.
And then like, how do you like? And I noticed that you told me earlier you're shooting music videos too and shit.
I'm trying to start learning that too. I bought a little camera. I'm just trying to do a whole bunch of shit. I'm trying to learn stuff because I like the art of music in general. Not just recording the music. I like the behind the scenes of the music. I like the music video productions. I like the engineering part of it. I like the writing process. I like the beat making. I'm trying to learn how to make beats. I'm trying to do it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's all just good stuff to learn. And it's at the end of the day, I'll get all this stuff done for lower. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to cut the middleman out, you know?
Yeah. And it'll be up to your liking, dude, right? Like you know the beat that you like, so you can make a beat that you like.
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
And
I feel like I'm capable of making a beat. I don't have the knowledge on what to do it and how to do it. But I feel like if I get that knowledge, I'm fucking knocking out beats. You're going to see me make a fucking producer account. You're going to Ese Mando's beats here in a bit.
Yeah. Start slinging beats and shit. Nah, and I think that's dope, you know, because that's something as the West Factory and the 6 Block together, what we've been trying to do is create our own, like with Little Man, right? He makes beats and shit, right?
Yep.
And then eventually have our own studio. Eventually, like, do everything and shit, do it too, you know, to try and keep it all in-house and shit, bro, you know? Because you can work when you wanna. That's the whole point too, right? Like, you can work whenever you wanna work and shit, do you know? And I think the video is lagging right now. We apologize, you know, like, it's the Wi-Fi and shit, you know, and we didn't plan for that and shit. So, I mean, you can still hear the audio and all that, so, you know, just be patient with us. It's our first time we hit the different state too and all that, man, you know? And then so you plan on learning how to do music, like the editing and all that as well too and shit?
Yeah. I am, bro. Just cause, like I said, I'm trying to cut the middleman out. Cause it's nice doing all this stuff. The music videos and the shows be the best part of the fucking whole music fucking scene. But that shit costs a lot, bro.
It's like, the most expensive part, right?
If you're trying to knock out, let's say you got a weekend and you're like, fuck it, I'm trying to knock out like 3 or 4 videos, you're gonna be at least in the fucking 1,500 to 2,000. You know what I mean? Just on videos. When I could fucking try to learn how to do it myself, and at most just pay for the editing. You know what I mean? Which would cut the cost down hella.
Yeah. Because the recording time and all that.
The recording and the recording is what takes the most time. You know what I mean?
And do you have a problem like with people like telling you like the editing, like, oh, I want to shoot the video and all that, or like they're cool with just editing your footage that you send them and shit?
What do you mean?
Like, for example, if you shoot the footage, you send it to somebody to edit, you're just sending them a whole bunch of footage to go over and shit, right? Or no?
The way that I did it because I just did this one with the most recent video I dropped. I recorded it myself and I put it together myself. So I put a video together, like I put the clips together myself and synced it and all that stuff. And I just sent him that video and he put edits on the raw video.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope and shit. So you actually got the content how you wanted it, and they just added the effects.
Yeah, that's what I like about it too. I could put what I want in my videos. I could put the clips that I want. That's what I'm trying to start learning, how to do all that shit.
Yeah, no, that's dope, dude. And I see your following is growing and everything, bro. So people are fucking with you, tapping in and shit, man. You know.
It is.
What's some of the things that you think is working for you, bro?
Working? To be honest, I don't know. I think for sure the consistency. I try to be as consistent as I am because I have so much songs in the vault. And I just like on dropping them, but I got so much stuff in the vault. I think the consistency will work for me.
Oh, okay.
Because my songs, I wouldn't say one specific song because I try all types of stuff. I do all types of music, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say like one sound fucking worked.
Yeah.
Because I don't think, personally, I don't think I have a sound yet. like
You're like finding it and shit.
I think I'm still in the process of finding my sound. Cause I try so much different stuff. You know what I mean? I think I dropped it. I'm gonna be real. It's a song that I did with auto tune. That day, I took like 3 hours on that one song just trying to learn the auto tune. I did not know you had to learn how to like
use it.
the like how to with,
like
your,
with
voice.
your voice.
Like,
and
I didn't
shit,
know you
right?
had to like you had to hit it a certain type of way.
Yeah.
That one fucking verse and hook took me 3 hours. That shit. It
So
sounded
you're
okay.
you're proud of it and shit.
It was like I didn't plan on dropping it. I really didn't. I just wanted to try it because I had heard someone else do auto tune and I thought it sounded good and I wanted to try it.
Yeah.
I tried it. I had that song in the vault for fucking like half a year. I forgot about it and it got to a point where I wasn't dropping as much music and I just put it out because I have a bunch of bangers still, like good ass songs that I'm waiting to release because I feel like time is everything. You got to drop it at the right time.
Oh, all right.
So I got a bunch of songs that are good ass songs that'll probably do something that I just have waiting. So all the songs that I didn't really like as much at the moment, I was putting them out just to like fill in the because I didn't want to lose the consistency.
Yeah.
Because at the same time when you're
So
making
you weren't
music,
happy with them, but you had the content basically.
yeah,
and shit.
at the same time when you're making music, consistency, and if you're making money off music, consistency is how you get paid.
Yeah.
If you fucking don't make a song,
Your algorithm.
yeah,
fucks
if
up
you don't
and shit.
drop for a minute, your fucking money will stop coming in as fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, you'll drop in the algorithm. So if you're consistent, your money, even if you get a couple plays, those plays are fucking, they stack up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Each song stacks up into one total, and that total gets high, bro. That total gets
It
fucking
does, yeah.
high.
With the amount of music.
I be
and
living.
Shit, dude,
I
you
be
know?
like, I'm comfortable. Like, for instance, right now I'm working, and I'm not. Right now in this very moment, I'm fucking don't have as much money, but I'm not tripping because I have rap money that's about to land like in the next 2 days, and then I got a paycheck from work that's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got two different incomes, and the paycheck from rap, you know, it be coming in clutch sometimes. So
Yeah.
I gotta stay consistent if I want to keep that coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm starting to see it. I'm opening my eyes to seeing it as a business now. Because
Yeah.
I already did all the dropping like on SoundCloud and like not making money. Now that I'm making money and like, and we're doing all this stuff that we're about to do, like for instance the show that we're about to put together. Like I'm really
We
trying to
damn
see
near
all that
putting on
stuff.
our own damn show. And
You
shit,
know what I mean? That's really what it is. We're putting on our own show. It all happened with an idea, and then we're gonna make it happen. We're about to be in Oregon July 18th. You know what I mean? Like it all happens with an idea, and I think all that shit was about to be, I don't know. It's overwhelming to an extent.
Yeah, but that's because you're gonna be busy as fuck.
Yeah,
you know,
but
and then
it
you
all
gotta
comes
drop
with
music.
the process, you know. And I'm
Yeah.
trying to see that now. I'm seeing it more as a business because the money's about to start coming in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm seeing the opportunity for when it is. And I'm not trying to work a 9 to 5 in the next 3 years. I'm really not. But if that's what it has to be, then that's what it's gonna be.
No, yeah.
I'm hoping I do.
No, that's dope too. And then the other thing too, like for example, you mentioned podcasting, that you're interested in learning the podcasting and all that. Is that something you're trying to do?
I am, bro. It's been a conversation forever. Boss lady told me about it a while ago that she thought we should start a podcast. Me myself, but I didn't get it right. Like I don't know. So I've been asking a lot of questions. You know, like I was just asking y'all a bunch of questions about the equipment because I'm trying to. Like I said, I'm trying to do all types of shit. Like cut the middleman now.
Yeah.
Everything is revenue, man. Everything is, at the end of the day, everything could become money if you're really dedicated to it.
No, yeah, I think so. And then, you know, like with the podcasting, like, I mean, I didn't think I was ever going to do podcasting. It kind of just came from an idea.
It's not something you ever like.
know?
Even the music for me, I never thought, if you ask anybody, they won't be like, oh yeah, I always knew he was going to rap. Like when I started rapping, people would make fun of me, you know? And up until I started popping, that's when people were like, oh shit, you know what I mean? And then once they seen where I was from, that's when they were like, oh man, what the fuck? You know what I mean? That's when I started getting more.
And like, hey, I have this idea for a beat. And then it's like, we're doing the thing now. Give me a second and shit, you know? Not even the audio, like what's going on right there?
No, I mean it's just glitching a lot. I had to switch the different ones.
I don't hear anything though. Like, is everything streaming right there on the OBS? Like, what is the last thing it's saying right there? Huh? Oh, my bad. Yeah, I just got a text. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. I thought it was frozen. Appreciate my wife. She always texts me like, "Hey, you fucking up. Pay attention and shit." You know. I know, right? Now it went dead completely, dude. You know. He said the hater said it's good. Keep yapping and shit. I guess it's just me then and shit. You know. My bad. But like. My bad. We'll go back to where we were and shit at. Because I just seen it right here. It went dark. So I know with the internet, I want to make sure that we were able to hear everybody, you know? No, yeah. No, my wife said it's not dead and shit. Yeah. And then that's the thing, bro. And then it started as a podcast. And even within the podcast, bro, like going back into like opening different doors and shit, right? And even as a podcast, what I noticed, it started doing like, going a different direction, the podcast itself, bro.
Yeah.
You get me? Where it's like we started doing these stories, and then we started like, oh, we're gonna interview people that are trying to succeed and all that, and it's taking a different form and shit, you know? Which I think is dope, bro. You get me?
Yeah.
And maybe other people think it's dope, but we're growing, and that shows to me success, right? You know?
Sure.
So I see what you're doing, and I can appreciate that for sure as well too, bro. I mean, who am I to give you advice, obviously, but I think that you're on the right track as a young person, not just settling on rapping, but it's like, what else can I do?
I appreciate it, bro.
And then what got you thinking into that? Besides cutting over the middle, man, like what was the first step to you that was like, you know what, like I got to do this, man, you know?
Just that, like, fucking drive to want to do it. Like, when I get ideas, I'm like, fucking, I have to do it. Like, I mean, I'm stupid impatient. Like, for instance, every decision that I've made to buy stuff has been like, oh, I got that idea that day. Fuck it, I'm gonna go do it. Like, for instance, when I bought my first computer to make my setup for the studio, it was like the same day I was like, fuck it, I think it's time I fucking invest in this shit. That same day I was like, fuck, I need a computer. I hit up everybody trying to fucking find a computer. I ended up finding a computer for $300. Scooped it up, set it up. I had that shit. You know what I mean? The other day, that camera, I had the idea that same day. I was like, fuck it, I think it'd be good if I got a camera.
Yeah.
You know, just record like when we do shows or like studio sessions was my first idea. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get it. I bought it. Then that's when I was like, you know what? Now that I got this good ass camera, I could probably start shooting music videos for me and the homies. And we could just send them to get edited and it'll be better. We could shoot more music videos for less the money. And it all started because I used to try to do music videos on a GoPro.
Oh, okay.
Because I have a GoPro and I used to I have a couple videos that I did on a GoPro, you know, and I edited myself. Because all that, you could just download it to your phone.
Yeah.
So I was like finding the easiest thing. Yeah. Fucking put it on iMovie. Mm-hmm. That all sparked the idea. So when I got the good camera, I was like, you know what? Maybe I could do this shit again. But now I got good quality. It could probably look way better, way cleaner. And once I got it, I started hitting up all the video fucking guys that I know out here, asking for advice. Fucking, I called, shout out to homie All In. He's a homie. Oh, the homie All In, he did the edits for E-Love Part 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
He fucking sent me that shit when he was editing, and I was like, oh shit, that's fucking badass.
Yeah.
He did the edits for E-Love Part 2. But that homie, I got on a FaceTime call with me, and he wrote me down how to use the camera, what I should buy to fucking download the files to my phone or my computer. You know, just put me on game about that shit. So, like, when I get ideas, I'm on it.
Oh, that's what's up, dude. Yeah. And then, like, what's some advice you can give to somebody, bro, that's just like maybe rap's not working for him, bro, you know?
Rap's not working for you? I don't know. If rap ain't working for you, I don't know. Fucking try videos. Look for other shit. Rap ain't
maybe
gonna work
get into
for everybody.
engineering or something,
yeah,
right?
you gotta be good.
Like me, I tried to rap, bro. You get me? I was like, you know what? shit, let me try and see how I'll make a track. And I was like, nah, I ain't got it, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I told myself I ain't got it.
If you
get
can't
me?
rap and you know how to move all the shit around, and just move all the shit around.
Exactly,
Be an
right?
engineer.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
don't know how to rap, but you have a camera, fucking be a cameraman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
The passion don't have to leave just because you can't make music. You could be a part of the music scene without making music.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm the worst critic in music though, because like when I hear the songs, like I'm a fan of the music, so I'll be like, oh, that's just dope, bro. Oh, that's just popping and shit. Like, you get me? Like, and I like beats and shit.
Yeah, I'm a big
You know?
beats person too,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
If the beat ain't good, then
You don't fuck with it.
I don't
and
like
shit.
the song.
That's what's up, dude. And then you just had a baby too, right? You know?
I did, bro.
So how's that going, dude? How's
It's
the new
going
daddy
good,
life
bro.
going?
It's going good, bro. Surprisingly,
Yeah, yeah,
taking it better than I thought I would.
yeah. You thought you were gonna crash and burn type shit, or
Yeah,
you,
bro. I'm not gonna lie. In those 9 months, bro, you think
Yeah.
the worst, honestly.
Yeah. Were you in the hospital when the baby was being
I
born?
did, bro. That
Oh
shit.
shit! Yeah.
Weird experience.
That is the weirdest experience.
Weird
you know
experience.
what?
See some things I wish I didn't see.
Yeah, that's the same thing I thought.
Nah, for
Yeah,
real, though.
I told my wife I was there for you, but I wish I didn't have to live that moment and shit, dude. You get me?
Like, I've never seen it.
It
Like,
puts you in a whole new respect for your girl too and shit, huh?
that shit was like, oh,
Hey, but when you see your baby for the first time and shit, it's
Fuck
like
yeah.
game changing and
fell
shit.
in
huh?
love, bro.
Yeah,
Fell in love.
Nah, that's dope, dude. And then I think that it teaches you this unconditional love.
For
Right,
sure, bro.
like because you'll see, like, I think this is when you have kids, you can choose to love a girl, right, or you love your parents and shit, but I think when you have a child, that's like, oh shit, like this
That's
real
me,
love right
man.
here and shit, you get me? Because like everything bothers you, or when they get sick or something and shit, bro, you get me?
Ooh, hell yeah.
You're
shit.
like, damn, what do I do? I gotta fit, and then you'll see that that's one thing you take to heart for sure, bro.
She
you
got
know?
her shots not too long ago.
Yeah.
Hell no. I see, like, that type of shit I couldn't. The shots, I
Yeah.
left the room.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't watch it.
Nah, yeah, I bet, bro. For sure, it's tough,
Hell yeah.
Any little pain, dude. When they get hurt the first time, when they, go to school and they're gone for the day, bro. You get me? Like, you're gonna be like, oh, like you're used to them being at home, and then
Yeah.
now they not and shit. And what are some of the challenges you see with that right now, bro? Like, having a new baby, because she's months old, I would assume, right?
And she's like,
And I would assume she was a girl. I heard you talking earlier.
yeah,
and
she's
shit,
about to be like 3 months in like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. So it's still easy peasy right now and shit. huh?
Somewhat, yeah, to an
Mhm.
extent.
Wait till they get their legs working, bro.
Yeah, that's what my mom's been telling me.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, I always ask my mom, like, when do you think she'll be walking? When do you think she'll be crawling?
Mhm.
When do you think she'll be talking? Like, when do you think she'll eat food? And my mom's like, you're saying all this shit now,
Yeah,
but once they're out, up and moving, you're gonna be like, fuck, I wish they was babies.
Yeah, I wish
again.
there was babies in the crib sleeping
Yeah.
and shit when they stop taking naps.
I-
Because right now at 3 months they sleep most of the day, right? They
Yeah,
wake
most
up,
of the
they
day.
eat, you burp, they sleep and shit.
The biggest challenge I'd say though is trying to stay up on game with everything, man. Like everything I got going on.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to like balance the home life to fucking this outside life. Just recently I started fucking popping out again, you know what I mean? Cause when my daughter was born, for the first like month and a half, I was just really focused, trying to like be there,
Mm-hmm.
and fucking like it slowed down a lot of stuff to an extent. It slowed down my recording process and like me going out trying to do shows and stuff like that. But I wouldn't say it affected my consistency because I already had songs in the vault. Like, so if I don't make music for like 3 months, I'll still probably still have stuff to drop. But once that shit's gone, I'm have no plan B. So I'd for sure say the fucking me trying to balance everything else.
It's the biggest challenge,
Yeah.
like, cause you got work, you got music,
I
and
got
you got
work,
a
I
family
got a
and shit.
daughter, and I'm trying to fucking still make music,
Yeah,
and when
yeah.
I can, I'll try to fucking record, because I record at the house for the most part, but it's hard to record sometimes, bro. I'll be recording, the baby will start screaming. I'm like,
Yeah.
just close the laptops, do it later.
Yeah. Hey, and then it's trippy because now you gotta make the ultimate sacrifice in time, right? So now it's like where can you cut time and shit to focus on these 3 important things, right? And that's what you're gonna realize, I guess, like, damn, like kicking it is hard,
It is, bro, and like
Right,
before my daughter was born, for sure, like music was like the most important thing that I was trying to like focus on, and I knew it would affect it, but I'd say it's hard to balance it, but I think I'm balancing it pretty good. Like as of right now, I think I'm getting this shit back in motion. I'm starting to do stuff again. I'm starting to record again. I'm starting to like shoot videos again. I'm starting to, but like the shows that we're about to do, I'm starting to try to pop out again. It's just this is gonna be a year to grow, you know, mentally, fucking physically, and fucking fuck it, even emotionally, you know.
That's what's up, dude. Yeah. Nah, and then, like, yeah. Anything else you want to say, bro? You know?
Shit. July 18th, we're gonna be in fucking Salem, Oregon. What's the club called? La Leyenda.
La Leyenda. And
La
shit.
Leyenda
Yeah,
in Salem,
yeah.
Oregon. Fucking Young Dopey, Knockout, me, possibly Buck. Buck still pending.
Possibly both bucks and shit. You know?
Possibly both
Yeah,
Buck.
yeah.
Both Bucks are pending. They don't know if they want to go or not yet.
Yeah.
But for sure, Dopey, me, Knockout, we gonna be out there. We gonna
Shot
get that
glass
shit
and
cracking.
shit,
Shot
you know?
glass.
Yeah.
First time being in fucking Oregon. Go see what's popping in Oregon. You feel me?
And then tap in, you know? Now you got to stay tapped in, and you know we're gonna be giving away some tickets soon. Once we're printing physical tickets, we're gonna be mailing them out. Have some people show up. You got to live in Oregon, obviously, and shit. We mentioned this yesterday. But nah, man, I appreciate you making time for us and shit.
Oh yeah, bro. I appreciate
you
you
know?
coming out here, bro.
Yeah, nah, for sure. You
No,
know,
welcome to
it's
Utah,
dope
bro.
out here, dude. And shout out to Speedy Inc. making all this possible for us to be here and shit.
Shout
you
out
know,
to Boss Lady. Shout out to Speedy.
yeah, for sure, man. You know, yeah, I want to answer some questions right here. He said, Jerry's kids 18. Hey Smurf, when you getting Young Rascas and Young Flocks 1800 on the interview? So Flocks 1800, we trying to see if we can plug in with him in Vegas and shit. Oh, hold on, bro. So we can get a pig. You don't mind and shit? Yeah. But Buck 1800 is trying to roll out and shit, you know? But yeah, we're trying to see link up with them. We do got some shit coming on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We got the homie Mark Ford out of Oregon on Saturday. And then we got Elias, the comedian dude, that's going to be with us on Sunday and shit. That's going to be pretty dope. But appreciate everything. You know, you guys tapped in, staying tapped in with us. Shout out to everybody that was on here. Shout out to Ogden, Utah, man. Really nice city out
Shout
here
out to
and
Inglewood,
shit,
man. Shout out to homie Smurf coming all the way out here to Ogden, Utah.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. You know, we're always going to be showing love and showing support wherever we can, homie. So, everybody, man, thanks for tapping in. I hope you guys have a good Wednesday. Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Wednesday. I'm all messed up on time. Thursday, we heading back to LA and shit. Probably stop in Vegas, and we'll see what we can do, man. Appreciate y'all. And stay tapped in, man. Drop a comment, subscribe, and all that.
You know, we back at like a crack.